Talk in a bit.
Brownstown?
Yeah.
No rush.
There's no rush. Just gonna have to work overtime.
Yeah.
I hate overtime.
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
Okay, I'm not okay with it. Overtime. No, I'm gonna have to work overtime, and Wings will probably have to work overtime tonight. So frustrating.
I think I'm okay with that.
Okay. I'm not. I get frustrated.
Because I'm starting to get better at it.
Yes. You're becoming quite the adult. And I'm childish.
Stop.
Hello.
Isn't it a beautiful day out?
It's gorgeous.
Well, that sounded rather grumpily said.
I just got a call from my boss. I had to run down to Detroit and pick up a bunch of titles. Now I got to run to the office in Bloomfield Hills, drop off the titles, pick up a check, and then I got to drive to Brownstown. Drop off
Oh
the
my
check.
God, that's so far away.
I know. It's like I'm close. I'm not that far away right now from Brownstown. I'm only like a half hour away from Brownstown right now, but now I gotta drive 45 minutes.
Why?
To the
Why
office.
Why can't you go to Brownstown and then go to the office?
Because I gotta go to the office to pick up the check to take to Brownstown.
Ah, shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Rick's
Don't
okay.
they know how much gas they're wasting?
Rick's okay with it. I'm frustrated.
Well, of course. Rick's a trooper.
He's becoming quite the adult.
He is an adult.
I am getting childish.
Me too. The older I get, the more childish I become.
Exactly.
I just talked to my mom. I thought she was going to say she was coming over, but she said she can't see good today. Which I'm having a little bit of trouble with it myself. It's got to be allergies.
I mean, if she wants to come spend the night one night, I can always pick her up and drop her off. But it would have to be on like...
No, but she wanted your help this weekend, I think. Mike, she bought 2 new recliners, and she needs someone to put them together. And now she's looking for a couch. And she's going to buy a couch for the...
She doesn't even know if she's being able to keep the house. Does she?
I know. And, I mean, I don't say anything. She just said, you know, oh, these recliners are so old and they're uncomfortable and Annie and her are so much alike as far as the shopping thing. But
I'm supposed to go over to Annie's this weekend too to cut a limb down.
I know that's what I told her.
I guess I could run down there too.
No.
Over with.
That's too much. All right, well, while I'm gonna say goodbye before my phone cuts you off. I got a 60% charge overnight.
Who do we need to talk
It's
to?
just that the cord won't stay connected.
Yeah, but that, I don't know if it's the cord. Did you try a different cord in my room?
You said there are no more cords.
You can look and see if there's one that has the lightning connector on
Would it be on top of the dresser or in the dresser?
it. It would probably be on top of it, plugged in.
Okay. Okay, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Alright.
Okay, I love you guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
reach a hitch. That's a plus. You use Rule 5 pickup on Akil Bendu. He turns out to be a very useful selection there. You start to look at the offseason moves they made with the free agent signings. Those are good free agent signings. People would have preferred Correa to Baez, but I think we're going to like Javi Baez just fine. You made the trade to get Tucker Barnhart. Really good catcher. That's solid. This trade that they made last night for Austin Meadows looks like it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. All that with, hey, now's the time we're going to see Torkelson. We're going to bring up Riley Green too, and it was going to be service time be damned, don't care. All that adds to his credibility. So yeah, I think over the last year and a half here, and even go back further with some of these draft picks that he's made, there's a lot to like. There's plenty to not like with some of the other trades that were made, where they didn't really reap a whole lot out of it, with Castellanos recently and with some others. But you're starting to build back the trust, I think, with the people. And as long as he's going to spend more of Chris Ilitch's money, that's really ultimately where the fans are going to come back. Spend the money because the fans think that's how you're going to get ultimately to the goal of getting to a World Series. In some ways, they're right. You got to build the team first and then add to it with free agency that way. But I think that he's definitely trending in the right direction.
Let's remember here, his job is to build a winner. All he has done is built a team that looks like it might be ready to compete for a playoff spot. And they aren't considered really probably particularly close to the White Sox. I mean, I thought the debate on MLB Network this morning about, hey, look, in recent weeks, the Tigers and Twins have sent the message, hey, Chicago, we're not just going to let you run away with this thing. The plan is to compete. The plan is to make you work here a little bit. And these two teams have added some parts that really seem to be, poised to make Chicago work. They're going to make Chicago work. Well, Chicago's already got some injuries. So does Detroit, for that matter. I mean, they did technically lose Riley Green that sparked this move. But what's crazy is, in the early going, are they going to be better? We don't know the answer. Riley Green might have been their best player in the spring, but they might be the lineup that they will put out there on Friday might be better than the lineup they would have put out there had Riley Green stayed healthy, just because they have a known commodity.
Right, exactly.
And a guy that might be out of the gate better than Riley Green was going to be. Meadows, and just listening to him speak today, sounds happy to be here. He sounds like he's cool with this. Look, his brother's in the organization, so that probably doesn't.
I can't hurt, but his brother's nowhere near ready to make the Tigers club. But leaving the organization of Tampa is a smart organization in evaluating talent and putting the team on the field. But it's a terrible organization in that they don't spend money. And their stadium is the worst in baseball. And there's a lot of problems going on over there because of all that. I mean, it can't be fun to be a first-place team and you're playing in front of 20,000 fans every night instead of 40,000 fans like you should be if you're a first-place team. So, yeah, I would hope he sounds happy to come here. And this is a young team that we feel is on the way up. And now that they've added him, he's part of the future. And this isn't just a move for this year. This is a move for years down the road. You have control on his player for the next couple of years through 2024. Makes $4 million for this year. Then you start to get the arbitration years. You could sign his, he's only 26. See how he does, but we'll hear in a little bit from John Morosi what he thinks of this trade, but I like it a lot.
248-539-9797. Scott in Farmington Hills. Hi, Scott.
Hey, guys. Hold on. Sorry, I was just taking you off the speaker. I think I want to be very careful. I'm a diehard Tiger fan. I agree with that, and this is really exciting to talk about. But this doesn't happen unless Riley Green breaks his leg, and we're still talking about a team that doesn't make these moves. So before we start saying, "Oh, look at all the great things that he's doing," I'm happy that that LLV was out doing this, but this was only a move made out of necessity.
It's interesting because the Rays have been shopping Austin Meadows, and I wonder if these discussions would have been ongoing if he hadn't gotten hurt, because it makes sense even if he didn't get hurt. It really does. It squeezes out a Daz Cameron and any future, or Derek Hill when he's healthy.
Robbie Grossman.
Maybe Robbie Grossman long term, but it does make sense.
Ken Rosenthal, I think it was Ken Rosenthal last night said they've been eyeing Paredes since the offseason, and they've been rebuffed up until now. I don't know if that was trying to get more out of the deal, but you know, if you think that Paredes isn't going to be that piece, but was this move inevitably going to happen, or was it just because?
I tell you what, because maybe even give him more credit. The more I think about it, a team knows you need their player, and you still trade and make a good deal. Like when you lose a starter, and you call somebody up, and they know they need your guy, you get him for Isaac Paredes.
Well, Paredes could be really good, but he didn't have that opportunity with the Tigers.
This still feels like
I think the Tigers won it big time, but I can't discount the fact that Isaac Paredes, with the right opportunity in Tampa, if he's able to play 130 games this year, what kind of numbers can he put up? He could put up some really good numbers.
I like to trade, and I do it 10 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
With that being said, though, the Rays kind of know what they're doing in these situations. They've made the playoffs 3 years in a row. They have no payroll.
No.
It's not their fault the fans don't show up. They're in first place. They win games. With I said no payroll. They have Lowe's coming up, so they didn't need Meadows anymore, right? They see something in Paredes. I don't know, man. The Rays, they know what they're doing in these situations where all of a sudden they have to pay a guy or don't want to pay a guy. They move on to a guy that they can develop that turns out to be someone, and they win games. I don't know how they do it. They continually do it in a very tough division with other teams that spend money all the time.
All right, is it fantasy or real talk that the Tigers will be a team in playoff contention? John Morosi, Baseball Insider, MLB Network, next at 1:30. You're on 97.1 The Ticket.
BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. You've heard of them. They're unleashing the spirit of Las Vegas with BetMGM rewards. Every time you make a wager at BetMGM, you earn BetMGM rewards points. What you do with them, you redeem them for online bonus credits like free bets. If you're planning a trip to Vegas, you can convert those points into rewards points that you can use towards dining, shows, hotel rooms, all at over 20 MGM resorts located on the Strip and nationwide. BetMGM Rewards, it's sports betting's premier loyalty program. If you're going to bet, you might as well get some bonuses out of it. Features exclusive offers, incredible experiences, and valuable perks. When you wager on the BetMGM app, that's how you get involved. Sign up today with BetMGM or log on and get an even bigger piece of the action with BetMGM Rewards. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 and up, Michigan only. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. Excludes Michigan disassociated persons.
Want a job with a $1,500 sign-on bonus and earn up to $22.05 an hour, plus up to $6 an hour in incentive pay? Then join the Penske Logistics team in Romulus. Penske has immediate openings for warehouse associates in Romulus. Currently hiring for first and second shift. No experience required. Penske will train on the job. For more information and to apply, search Penske.jobs. That's Penske.jobs. Pick your path at Penske.
My Friday nights usually spent out, but since my friends got Xfinity Internet, Friday nights in are where it's at. Because Xfinity has supersonic Wi-Fi faster than a gig to power a house full of devices all at once. We got our show streaming, playlists bumping, and games galore. Now that's unbeatable internet for every great night in. Come on, y'all. The posters aren't just for decoration. Learn
Learn more about supersonic Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Or get started with 50 megabits per second internet for $25 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today to learn more. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Ends 4/28/22. Restrictions apply. New Connect internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Gig Wi-Fi requires gig internet and X-Fi gateway. Actual speeds vary.
You're always up for some fun with the family, so you order the essentials, a new board game, some baking supplies, and even a new projector for outdoor movie night. And with the Bank of America customized cash rewards credit card, you can choose to earn 3% cash back on online shopping, which could increase to up to 5.25% as a preferred rewards member. Rewards which you can put toward an extra treat that everyone will enjoy, like an old-fashioned popcorn machine. Visit bankofamerica.com/more-rewarding and apply now. Copyright 2021 Bank of America Corporation.
At Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public, so we decided to sing about it. Charmin Super Mega Roll is 6 regular rolls in one. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
This hour of instant feedback brought to you by Mike and Hura National Benefit Plan. Call 877-734-2200.
The Tigers home opener is only 3 days away on 97.1 The Ticket.
And we are joined at this time by John Morosi of MLB Network, who is with us here on 97.1 The Ticket. And John, first of all, thank you for your time. Secondly, this feels like the Tigers officially have shifted from trying to build to trying to win. Is that what this trade signifies in some very direct or indirect manner?
Good morning, gentlemen, and I agree, because when you consider how long Riley Green could be out, if this were still a building year, you would likely say, okay, let's claim somebody on waivers, or let's put Daz Cameron out there, whatever it might be, as sort of a shorter-term measure, and just play things out a little bit. But that's not what they're doing. They're getting somebody in Austin Meadows who has a chance to be here for a number of years. Of course, we know his family well. His younger brother Parker, part of the Tigers system. And Austin is someone whose left-handed swing, I think, is very well suited to Comerica. He could play either corner outfield spot. So when you consider how long Grossman's future is in Detroit, what could be the elimination of the shift starting next year, and that would make a hitter like Meadows even more effective. I think he could even be a better player in 2023 than he's going to be in 2022. It just really conveys that this team is serious about winning, and it even is to the point where you start to look down the line at the roster. They're saying, listen, we're not so much worried about how this roster looks once Riley Green is ready. We'll figure that out when it gets here in June or May, whenever Riley's ready to play. And they just want to have the best start they possibly can. And they're giving themselves, I think, a pretty good outfit. And if Baddoo can handle center on a consistent basis, it has a chance to be a better than average outfield. Because if you put Baddoo's bat out there with Grossman and Meadows in the corner, a couple guys that will take very thorough at-bats and give you contributions, of course, in Grossman's case, a switch hitter, Meadows, a nice lefty bat. It's a really, really good outfit for the Tigers there on opening day.
John, this kind of feels like, from a Tigers fan perspective, it's like you just walked out on the street, there's a $100 bill lying on the ground. You're looking both ways to see if there's anybody looking while you pick it up, and you're like, anybody? No? Okay, and you put it in your pocket. Did they steal Austin Meadows? Why would Tampa Bay want to just say goodbye to a guy who was only making $4 million and still under team control for a couple of years?
Well, it's an excellent question, and I think the way that it looks from Tampa's perspective is this: when players start to enter their arbitration years, they usually look for ways to either extend them or trade them, and obviously Tampa's had a lot of success with this. They may have said in their own internal conversations that they have enough outfielders to handle Meadows not being there any longer, and I think that certainly, when you look at how they've moved on from players, whether it's Joey Wendell as an infielder in the last year, they typically do move on from players maybe 1 year early as opposed to 1 year late, which they can't really afford because they have to keep getting value and picks and younger players. And Isaac Paredes, I think there was a lot of redundancy for him with the Tigers right now. Certainly right now that they were going to have Scope playing second to see with Candelario because they end up extending him. But there was not a clear spot for him to play on the team on an everyday basis this season. He was not going to be a shortstop, obviously, that they signed Baez to play there. They probably expect that Kreidler and Clemens can both do what Paredes could do in terms of his defensive versatility. And so you move on from him, and then you include the draft pick. Certainly, it's rare in baseball that you can trade picks. You can trade, though, the competitive balance picks. So I think from Tampa's perspective, they trust their scouts so much. Their philosophy works. So you bring the pick in, and then you bring in Paredes and hope that he's able to be a very good, patient hitter for you in a way that really Detroit didn't quite have that same level of pick for him right now. So I understand why Tampa made the deal. I also understand why if the independent analysis and the analysis of Tigers fans